Hi everyone, good day. I'm Saturn Lascuña, and today we're going to discuss one of the technology invention in Middle East, specifically in Qatar and Bahrain. So let's begin first with the Qatar invention, which is called the Oxy, which was invented by Mohsin Hassan Al Sheikh, a Qatari inventor and a scientist in May 2017. The Oxy is a cooler for a water tank, operates with a high pressure system in the cooling process, and contains sensors that automatically measures the temperature and turn off and operate the device that preserves electricity consumption with the distinctions of being environmentally friendly. So yeah, this technology ensures you that you have a crisp, cool water from any tap in your home by reducing the temperature from 45 degrees Celsius to up to 28 degrees Celsius. It blows air from outside into the water tank at a high speed, while simultaneously removing heat from inside the tank, providing a cool water. Plug and play, low electricity consumption, low price, and no damage to property. Now let's go to the Bahrain. So one of Bahrain's newly invented technology is called Smart Gas System, or the SGS. So this was invented way back 2017. A technology that uses robot as well as mobile application to detect explosive gases, and which was invented by Tasnim Youssef in March 2017, a young Bahraini scientist. Smart Gas System is an intelligent system for the detection of toxic gases remotely from far distances using mobile application or web-based system by using through nanotechnology. So with that being said, this technology provides home safety, detects the leakage of the LPG, and alerts the consumer about the leak by a notification by using Android app through the Internet of Things. Of course, technology don't come without its effect, no? So what are the pros and cons of this technology? So the pros or the advantage of this technology is that this system can prevent disaster, injuries, and death, especially to the oil and gas petroleum companies need a safe environment for its critical working. So the cons, obviously it is very costly, and also it needs internet. And that's all.
Now, let's explore the technology invented in Lebanon. Lebanon is a country located on the eastern shore of the Mediterranean Sea. It consists of a narrow strip of territory and is one of the world's smaller sovereign states. Let's find out the invention of space industry, or solar power or cell. Solar cell is also called a photogalvanic cell. Photogalvanic cell or solar cell is the one which converts the solar energy or energy obtained from the sun directly into electrical energy. The inventor Hassan Kamel Al-Sabah was a technological leader whose inventions in electricity had a great impact on the development of 20th century technology. Among the most prominent Lebanese scientists is Hassan Kamel Al-Sabah, who was born in the city of Nabatea in southern Lebanon. Al-Sabah made numerous other significant contributions to science, technology, and engineering, especially in the field of solar energy. Al-Sabah has over 40 patents in his name. Not only did he discover the processes of nuclear fission, but he was also the first to invent a television powered by sunlight. The main ingredients for solar power are sand, or making solar cells, and strong sun are powering it. Solar cells have been widely used for space vehicles and satellites as the main source of power. Solar power is by far the cleanest and safest source of energy. There are many electronics instruments and equipments are major components of the assembly of these crafts and are developed from Mr. Al-Sabah's original inventions of rectifiers and converters. His purpose in inventing solar power is to convert solar energy into continuous electrical energy. Its advantages and disadvantages. Lebanese innovators are of course not limited to those mentioned above, nor is the country's experience with science, industry, and technology limited to its 1960s rocket project. Today, Lebanon occupies a prominent role in the fields of information technology and computer program production. Lebanese developers have begun to compete with computer programming giants on a global level.
Modern technology in United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. Artificial intelligence in United Arab Emirates. Artificial intelligence refers to systems or machines that mimic human intelligence to perform tasks and can iteratively improve themselves based on the information they collect. John McCarthy, an American computer scientist, pioneer, and inventor, was called the father of artificial intelligence. In 2017, Omar Sultan Al Ulama introduced AI in UAE, and the world's first minister for AI published his strategy to make the UAE global leader in AI by 2031. These are some examples of artificial intelligence. General purpose of AI systems are able to perform generally applicable functions such as image or speech recognition, medical purposes, audio or video generation, and pattern detection. The pros or the advantages of AI. First, diminishes human error. Next, facilitates faster decision making. Here are the cons or the disadvantages of AI. First, requires higher overall cost. Next, reduces employment. Robotics in Saudi Arabia. Robotics is a branch of engineering that involves the conception, design, manufacture, and operation of robots. The first digitally operated and programmable robot was invented by George Devol in 1954 and was ultimately called the Unimate. General purpose of robots. Robots primarily used to perform tasks done traditionally by human beings in such industries such as automobile manufacture to perform simple repetitive tasks. The pros or the advantages of robots. First, increased productivity. Next, improved quality assurance. And then, the cons or the disadvantages of robots. First, potential job losses. Next, reduces employment and initial investment cost.
This presentation is presented by Quithana Valera. Technologies invented in the country Syria and Iraq. Yaman Abajib is a Syrian inventor and is also likely to be the first Syrian to have his entire house powered by solar. Solar-powered washing machine. Mr. Abujib replaced the electric heater with thermal system. The system heats the water and saves energy. Also, the inventor recycles the discarded water of the machine so it can be used again and can help in saving water bills. The purpose of this invention is to help save the planet by switching to renewable energy. Other than that, it can also save more money because by using the sun's energy to power the appliances. Pros and cons. Pros, it solves the problem of energy consumption and helps humans in reducing carbon footprint. Cons, motor is too loud and expensive than regular washing machine. Iraq. Ismail al-Jazari was a polymath, scholar, inventor, mechanical engineer, artist, artisan, and mathematician, best known for the book of knowledge of ingenious mechanical devices. Al-Jazari invented a hand-washing automaton incorporating a flush mechanism now used in modern flush toilets. This mechanism aided the pouring of the water from the spout so that it was smooth and would not splutter. The right arm figure allows the liquid to spout of the pitcher, while the left had a fixed weight to raise and lower the arm that hold a towel, comb, and mirror. The purpose of this automaton was to aid the king whilst he performed his ritual ablutions. A servant of the king would carry the figure and place it next to the basin. The servant then turned the knob on the back of the figure, which opened a valve resulting in the pouring of water from the right hand of the figure into the basin. Pros and cons. Pros, can carry things and easy to use. Cons, might be a little confusing to figure out at first try.
Hello, I'll be tackling Iran and Yemen, and I am Edquila Roselle. First, let's go to the Republic of Yemen. Yemen is a least developed country, so it is hardly for them to create such innovation. But on October 21, 2010, Hamdi M. Salul, an inventor, created the first autonomous robot in Yemen, and that is the Roboti. A robot is a differential-wheeled robot with self-balancing, motion, speech, and object recognition capabilities, all of which will be primarily controlled by voice commands. In many situations, robots can increase productivity, efficiency, quality, and consistency of products. Unlike us humans, we do mistakes sometimes. On the other hand, it can lose jobs in factories, and it is also costly. And now let's go to Persia, Iran today. Iran has a relatively well-developed science and technology infrastructures among developing countries in the modern times. Let's go to the ancient times around 700 to 900 AD, where a slave named Abdullah created the first windmill. His reason in creating or inventing the windmill is to pump the water and grind the grains. But in today's generation and the modern times, it is used to create electricity. Windmill does not pollute the water we drink, the air we breathe, so it means wind energy is less smog, less acid rain, and fewer greenhouse gas emissions. But it also occupies space instead for agriculture, hiking trails, or livestock grazing. And it also causes a noise in the public. The vibration issues also. That's all, thank you.
The next country is the Kuwait. Kuwait is a nation in Middle East bordering the Persian Gulf between Iraq and Saudi Arabia. One of the technology Kuwait invented is the seawater reverse osmosis plant. Kuwait relies on water desalination as a primary source of fresh water for drinking and domestic purposes. The Shuaik RO project is the first desalination plant in Kuwait to use reverse osmosis technology for seawater treatment. The plant is located near the Shuaik port, Kuwait. The existing plant consists of 3 boilers and 3 desalination units, including recarbonation, demineralization, and water intake facilities. The plant uses multi-stage flushing technology. The new plant uses reverse osmosis of recarbonation system to treat the seawater into potable water. It was completed by 2010 and is being operated by Doosan Heavy Industries and Construction. Here are the pros and cons for this technology. The first pro is modular systems that are designed to be compact and easy to move and install in order to reduce capital cost. Second is the expansion of drinking water source, the higher yield, and lastly, it's very pure water. The downside, however, is that there is a retreatment needed. Without it, the membrane becomes practically useless, decreasing yield or produces impure water. Next is the higher energy use. This reuse of kinetic energy from the brine water requires energy cost efficiency. And lastly, it can be costly for developing nations.
Communication technology. One of the categories of technology is communication. It consists of any piece of technology that people use to communicate with one another. Cryptology in Oman. Cryptology is the science of both making ciphers or cryptography and breaking them, or cryptanalysis. In the 8th century, the first book on cryptography and cryptanalysis, which contains the first use of permutations and combinations or combinatorics to list all of possible Arabic words with and without vowels, was written by Al-Khalil al-Farahidi. Al-Khalil was an Omani linguist and grammarian who studied phonetics, lexicology, and syntax. He was one of the first Arabic language scholars who compiled the Arabic dictionary. His unpublished manuscript shows that he was also a mathematician and studied cryptology. His book was entitled Kitab al-Muamma, which means Book of Cryptographic Messages. It conducts the method of a probable word. Regrettably, the original text of Kitab al-Muamma appears to be lost, and we only know about it from references in the works of other scientists. His theories are now used by people in data encoding for cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Later Arab cryptographers employed the frequency analysis of text proposed by al-Farahidi to calculate the letter frequency of words in their own works. Technology pros and cons. The first advantage of cryptology is that its list of permutations and combinations provides for encrypting data. It also helps in securing communication in the presence of malicious third parties. It also contributes in modern inventions, especially in the business world. On the other hand, its cons are it is limited to Arabians due to language use. It also takes more time to understand. It is limited to cryptologists, and it's also considered less reliable due to various sources. That's all for the technology in the country Oman. I am Thereseanna Maeladie Delposo. This ends the presentation of Group 4. Thank you for listening.